So, we're live. We're live. Going to be talking about some movie news today for February 7th, 2023. I just got a few items I'd pull. Yeah, you guys can't see the guitar yet. I'll pull out the guitar in just a few minutes. Got a trailer. Let's look at a trailer. History of the World series on Hulu. Yeah. This is going to be a series, though. This isn't going to be a movie, right? History of the World. Part 1 was Mel Blanc's film. Not Mel Blanc's. Mel Brooks. Mel Blanc was, wasn't he the guy who did, he did the voice for, Bugs Bunny? Mel Blanc?
Where I can see him.
Hulu. This is going to be on Hulu.
Tubman, the inventor of the bathtub?
How did these dumbasses enslave us?
Roll it.
Oh, hello.
Who is this?
It's your mama. If you're my mother, what is your last name? Bell.
It's my mother. That confirms it.
I'm Kublai Khan.
Amelia Earhart.
In Romanov. I am Sigmund Freud. Join me for my masturbates.
That's
Masterclass.
Taika Waititi as
What?
Sigmund Freud.
Who are you?
Some call me Jesus Christ, son of God.
Some call him broken corny.
My new book idea.
4 nights.
The Kama Sutra from soup to nuts. If I'm not going slurp, 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 I'm eating soup.
Kama Sutra. Okay.
Judas, you pissed on my feet. I know you hear me. You're gonna blow your hands for 30 seconds and you're just not gonna look at me?
Sorry, I only have big pieces of silver.
We are about to embark on the biggest campaign in the history of the world, Part 2.
Noah, you were supposed to get 2 of every animal.
I got 2 Chihuahuas, 2 Pekingeses, 2 pugs. Actually, I got 3 pugs. Don't tell God.
Seth Rogen. So it's a series, guys. It's like limited series, right? It's not an actual movie. Well, it looks like it's
What ideas have you got for Shakespeare?
What if we do a play, but it's
Shakespeare.
got music and singing?
People sing their feelings.
Jack Black.
Anyone else with a good
Yeah,
idea?
I want to see that sketch. Because History of the World Part 1 was like a bunch of sketches, right? When was that on Hulu? I missed it. March 6th, 4-night event. Yeah, who's all in this? It's a stacked cast. Seth Rogen. Is he like Jesus? Who's this guy? That guy looked familiar too. Who is? That's not 50 Cent.
Embark on the biggest campaign in the history of the world, Part 2.
Who is that guy? No, I don't know who that is. Maybe we'll have to go to the IMDb and take a look for the full cast. Why not? Hey, this is just kind of a rough show around the edges. TV series. Pulling this up right now. See who's all in this. Yeah, that Jack Black. I think he'd be fine. Oh, Johnny Knoxville was in this too? Cool. Who was he? He's in 2 episodes. Okay. Gary Nguyen, Taika Waititi, Zazie Beetz. Is that who that was? Zazie Beetz? Oh, David Duchovny. Okay. Tyler James Williams, Danny DeVito, Lauren Lapkus, Kumail Nanjiani. Okay, that's, yeah, who's writing the Kama Sutra. That's fine. All right. Jake Johnson. Interesting cast. Zazie Beetz. Did we see Zazie Beetz in the trailer there? We just saw so many people here just kind of all splashed in together. I thought we did. Okay, so yeah, what do you guys think about this? In March on Hulu, History of the World Part 2. Yeah, and at least Mel Brooks is producing it, right? He's still working. He doesn't have to anymore, but cool. Yeah. What else is up there? There's a trailer for Berlin. Teaser for Berlin. I don't know what the heck this is. Money Heist Berlin. Oh, Money Heist. Okay, it's one of the series Money Heist series. I never watched the Money Heist stuff. It's just music. Did you guys watch the Money Heist? I didn't. You watched this teaser 12 times. So I don't know anything about Money Heist. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Thought we would just do some hit or miss headlines here. Just quickly, see what's going on. For some reason, my internet browser is completely frozen. Happens, I suppose. Gillian Anderson and Rufus Sewell to star in Netflix movie based on Prince Andrew's Newsnight interview. Gillian Anderson's going to be in that. Okay. Rufus Sewell's going to be playing Duke of York. Anderson will portray Emily Matlas, the former BBC news anchor. So, do we know what she looks like? This Emily Matlas? Okay. Don't know who she is, because we don't have the BBC over here. Well, I guess we do. We could. British journalist. Okay. Scandal. Why not? Whatever. Rufus Sewell's a good actor. The Emmys happened on, or sorry, the Grammys happened on Sunday, and there's still fallout coming. Yeah, I saw the clip of J-Lo kind of like slapping his hand or whatever, right? Pushing him away, saying, stop. I guess he was, I don't know. I think he was just trying to be joking around with her. And she was like angry with him or something. And then she turns around and smiles and puts on that fake face. Yeah, cameras are everywhere now, Jennifer. J-Lo. You should know that. I think he's going to direct Batman. I think he's going to direct a Batman. He's going to direct that Batman. I want him to. With the where he has a son that's Robin for the James Gunn DCU. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, if he's not into the music stuff, I don't know why he went in the first place. I guess maybe just to be supportive, I suppose. In that clip, though, J-Lo was showing her age, the lines on her face. But at least she's not doing anything like Madonna and getting injections and stuff like that. Because she's in her 50s now, but she still looks fantastic. Whatever. What else is going on up there? The Rock raps on Festival Action Red One. So, okay, so this is that Christmas time movie where I guess he plays a dueling father against Chris Evans for some toy or something. I don't know. They said the plot's kept under wraps for some reason. Whatever. It's going to be on Amazon. Yeah. I guess he took to his social media to say that he's finally wrapped. What's that? He's got some tequila there. Or something.
It smells so good. It is 3 o'clock in the morning.
He's pouring something for himself.
And that is an official wrap. That's a big pour.
That is a big pour. My God.
Appropriate. That's an official wrap on our Christmas.
Oh, you can see where he is there on the screen. He's heading east.
Movie Red One. What a journey this has been. 4 months.
You're gonna drink that? Well, that'll definitely knock you out for if you're wanting to go to sleep. J.K. Simmons is Santa Claus there, yeah. Damn, that's a big
time and commitment and talent. And what an honor and privilege it has been for me to work with such an incredible crew.
Now, do you guys think that he actually drank that? He's all about his body, right? And that would do damage to your body. I just got coffee. Okay. So that one's wrapped. That one's going to be on Netflix, right? I think. Or Amazon. Amazon. Okay. Yeah, Amazon. So there you go. That one's wrapped. Comes out this year, right? Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 will have a higher budget. Because that one was already had a low budget. That was only like, what was it, 15,000 to make or something? 10,000? Really, really low budget. It's going to be playing in theaters next week. Limited release. If it's playing here, maybe I'll go see it. Maybe I'll be the guinea pig, go out and see it in the theater. Use some of the well-earned YouTube chat money to go see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Yeah, there's going to be a sequel. That's a no-brainer. We'll talk more about that on the weekly horror show. Why Arnold Schwarzenegger could lead a massively successful movie franchise. Could still. Okay. Why could he? Because he can still do action? Yeah, we know that he can still do action. He's still able to pull it off. He's done it before. Yeah, the time is right. Everybody wants to see King Conan. I want to see King Conan. Like of him being on the throne and just not being satisfied with everything. He's not going to be like this shape anymore. They could work something around with that. He's still going strong. Yeah. Maybe. He'll always be back. Yeah, and as I said the other day on the show, on yesterday's show, Commando 2. Do a sequel to Commando. You don't even have to call it Commando 2, but there's something there. You can do that, like him getting called back into action. It's a tired trope, I know, but it's kind of like that's his wheelhouse. That's what he can do, right? And as I said, God's sakes, look at that. His triceps there. Crying, God's sakes, that makes me. Oh, James, don't embarrass yourself like that. Yeah. Because we heard talks about Conan, King Conan. We wanted it for so long. I don't know if it'll ever happen though. Because the studio wants to get in behind it, they'll be like, it's got to be big, it's got to have a whole bunch of visual effects in it and stuff like that. No, it doesn't. That's not what the first Conan was. It was a bunch of visual effects, stunning CG backgrounds and stuff like that. No, it wasn't like that. And that's not what made it entertaining. That's not what, yeah. So he can still do that. I think he can. That's all I got pretty much pulled. I thought I would just go over looking at the Reddit roundup and see what's going on. Actress Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Chin Lackman. Do I know who that is? Take a look at that story. Yeah, because there's the 4th Planet of the Apes movies coming. Severance actor, okay. I don't know who she is. She doesn't look very. I don't know Severance, so she's joining the 4th Planet of the Apes movie. Okay, Bifer in the live chat says, hey, how's it going? We're just going through some headlines, looking at some movie news stuff out there, just rather casually. Just a quick show today, only about 30 minutes or so. And yeah, just keeping up to date. Helen Mirren to star as Patricia Highsmith in Ripley-esque thriller Switzerland for director Anton Corbijn. Okay, keep our eye on that. Helen Mirren, always good in my book. AMC theaters to change movie price tickets. I got it wrong yesterday. Apparently, that's going to be not for the cheap seats. It's going to be like for middle of the seats are going to be more expensive too. So I don't know if I agree with that. Actually, I kind of, you know what? I got no problem with that. You know why? Because everybody thinks that the best seat is in the middle of the screen, center of the theater, right? Ask you anything? Yeah, you can, Bifer. Go ahead and ask because it's casual today. That's not necessarily the favorite best seat in the house. Not for me, it's not. The best seat in the house, for me, I've slowly learned is either the second row. Well, actually, it depends on the style of theater, right? It depends on how big the theater is, and how steep the stadium seating is too. Sometimes it's not quite as abrupt. Yeah, I guess that all depends. I guess it does. Because some theaters I like to be only 2 rows back from the front most front part. But I guess if it's really steep, like in some theaters, I do like to be in the middle. It all depends, guys. Yeah, it really all depends. Here's an interesting thing that I pulled. See if you guys, where do you guys weigh in on this? Because I started looking at this, and I said, somebody put up a thing here, worst casting ever. What do you think was the worst casting? Denise Richards as Christmas Jones in The World Is Not Enough? I don't know if I'd call that the worst. I said here, Jai Courtney as Kyle Reese in Terminator Genesis. Because Emilia Clarke was actually, I thought that was a good casting for Sarah Connor. And I thought she did okay. But Kyle Reese was just too kind of like, he's not a muscly kind of meathead, which Jai Courtney kind of is, right? Like Michael Biehn just did a great job of encasing the kind of like everyman kind of soldier, right? He was like the guy that you would go have beers with at the end of the week and just kind of like get off your chest everything that went wrong during the week and then go home to your wives kind of thing, right? He was like somebody you invite over for a barbecue. Jai Courtney, I don't know, he didn't have that for me, right? It was kind of like he didn't scream that to me. He was just kind of like the muscle head who's kind of like, so that's who I nominated for worst casting ever. Who would you guys say? Somebody said Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. Yeah, that would be a miscasting. I just didn't think that was the right direction to go for Lex Luthor. It was an interesting idea, but yeah, I wouldn't have gone for that. Tara Reid as a scientician in Alone in the Dark. Yeah, Arglass says Jai Courtney has his moments. Yeah, that's the thing too. Jai Courtney, as I said, he's in things that it's suited like for that kind of style. Unfortunately, he gets a little bit pigeonholed in that way, and it is because of his stature. Like he was good in Kaleidoscope, but he was like a meathead role in that, right? He was good as Captain Boomerang or whatever in the Suicide Squad movies because he was kind of a meathead, right? And that's what he was. I don't ever expect to see Jai Courtney acting in a role like Colin Farrell just did in After Yang. You would never, ever do that, right? Bifer says, worst casting ever, Lex Luthor by Jesse Eisenberg. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I hated Jesse in that role, but he was fantastic in American Ultra. But I also like him in the Zombieland movies. I really do, Jesse Eisenberg. A scientician. That's a Simpsons reference, so somebody doesn't know that. A scientician? Yeah, so they don't. Just ask this scientician. Just ask this scientician. It's a Simpsons joke, so somebody's letting them in on the joke. Love them both as actors. Keanu and Winona and Bram Stoker's Dracula were not great. Actually, I liked Winona Ryder in it. I thought she was pretty good. And actually, I like Keanu in Dracula because of the way that he had good chemistry with the rest of the cast. Yeah, his accent was terrible, but it is what it is. I liked it. I liked him, man. I liked Bram Stoker's Dracula, Francis Ford Coppola's Dracula movie. Yeah. All right. So the question's being asked in the live chat there. What did I think about Ant-Man and the Wasp? And now I did pull that article up earlier today, so we'll pull that up because the early reactions are out for this movie. And why did I close that? I'm just pulling it up from my history here, guys. Netflix. No. Yeah. Okay. I'll pull up this article from Hollywood Reporter that was up this morning. Because the first reactions are in. And it's actually kind of mixed, actually. I expect that. Comes out in next week, right? So next Thursday, I'll be going to see this movie in the theaters. I know that some people, who was it? Was it you, Byford, that's seeing it this weekend? No, it was Chris Schober, right? Chris Schober said that they're going to go see it this weekend. How am I feeling about it? Well, they do have that new TV spot out, right? As I said, it's going to have lots of TV spots because of Super Bowl this weekend too, right? So if you don't want to get spoiler-ish stuff, the praise here I hear is for Jonathan Majors as Kang. So that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to that. The embargo, February 14th at 9 a.m. Okay, we'll end. So by next Tuesday, we'll have some. That's what we'll talk about next month. Next Tuesday at 1, we'll be talking about that. The official reviews, but kind of like the social media ones. Phase 5 has begun. The movie is like a psychedelic roller coaster full of frightening and hilarious oddities, plus one very menacing Kang. Big Star Wars vibes. MODOK is a riot, but Jonathan Majors conquers all. Yeah. So some praise for Jonathan Majors there. Also, 2 cool post-credit scenes. Okay, so there's confirmation that there's going to have 2 post-credit scenes for this. Whoops. Confirmation, Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2 post-credit scenes. There also comes a point where every franchise has to get weird. Yeah, that's a concern, right? When we go into the smaller quantum realm, that some people may feel a little put off with that, a little too science fiction-y, then you definitely won't like movies like After Yang. Artglass says Ant-Man 3 is heavily sci-fi, so I guess it will please more than some others. And that's just kind of the trope thing that some people just aren't ready for sci-fi stuff, even still. Which is kind of a conundrum in itself, right? Because look at Avatar 1 and 2 are like in the top 4 highest blockbusters of all time, and that's sci-fi. But you can't get on board with Ant-Man and the Wasp going into a quantum realm. Maybe that's too niche. I don't know. Blue aliens, but not. Well, he's kind of bluish. But yeah, you hear praise in here with Jonathan Majors for sure. Let's take a look at one that's kind of rough around the edges here. Somebody says here, Courtney says, after a frustratingly rough first act, which means it's going to be rough in establishing who the characters are and what the scenario is, after it finally gets going, only to end where this story should have began. While the external stakes are clear, weighty emotional drive felt slight, and levity even lighter. That said, Jonathan Major rules. So even the negative things, everybody's championing Jonathan Majors as Kang. Well, I know that he can act. I saw Devotion last year. He was good in that. So I'm looking forward to it. Because I don't know that much about Kang. I'm going into this fairly raw. Guys, this page is full of... go over to the Hollywood Reporter if you want to read some of these ones that are just kind of mixed. Has it ruined my anticipation level for it? Not really. Has it gained my anticipation level some? Not really. It is where it is. I'm still kind of like, okay. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is a visual feast packed with surprises, big and small, a wild ride from start to finish. Jonathan Majors conquers as Kang. Kang. Byford the Hobbit asks your thoughts on Zhang Yimou's Full River Red made $1 billion worldwide box office. Full River Red. I don't even think I heard about that, so I don't know if I'll have an opinion on it. 2023. Do I know this historical epic? It says 2040. Something about this looks familiar, though. Oh, did I see a trailer for this? Costuming design looks good. No. Yeah. Come on, it'll be big in... Oh, that's big in China, right? All right. I think that's about all I got in the can for today, guys. We went over some stuff there. Yeah, we talked about Arnie. We talked about some trailers. Let me just pull up my YouTube page, see if any other trailers have dropped. I know that there was one for an Eva Green movie or series, right? I think that also dropped today. Let's just see. More Ant-Man and the Wasp stuff. I thought about maybe doing a short on the on that stuff. Pfeiffer asks, "Are you excited for a new horror movie called Consecration?" I think we covered that one, right? We did. So we watched one of the trailers for that. Jenna Malone, Danny Houston. Yeah, we watched that one, right? Where he's kind of like a priest or whatever pastor that has nuns jump out of a building or something like that, and she's there. Yeah, we watched that trailer here on the channel. I'm looking forward to that one. Danny Houston. Yeah, it's like a cult of nuns. Yeah, I remember that one. Full River Red is totally my bag. Love an epic Oriental movie. Red Cliff was awesome. Art Glass says, yeah. If it's playing here, I don't know what the only thing that I seen on my theater's websites were for Magic Mike 3 was opening up here this weekend. These lower budget ones sometimes don't make it here. If it does, I'll go out and check it out for sure. All right. I think that's... Was that it? History of the World we watched. Berlin we watched. Yeah. Thought there was an Eva Green one, but I guess I'm... Broccoli guy scene. Yeah, there's going to be lots of teasers. Oh, there it is. Liaison trailer, Eva Green. I don't know what the heck what this is. Maybe it says here in the comments. Vincent Cass. Oh, it's an Apple TV Plus show. Okay, so we don't need to watch that trailer. All right, guys. As I said, yesterday, I was like in the music store, and I was like this close. I was this close to picking up Taylor Swift's Midnight Vinyl. But it was one of these versions. I guess there's 4 different copies of it. $35, $40 range was what it was in. But I didn't want, maybe I would take the green one, the green jade. I kind of want the lavender one though. And they didn't have that one in the store. This is the one that I wanted. $64. Wow. If I can find it here, I'm the kind of person where I don't want to really order something like this over online. If you guys ever have experience of ordering vinyl or something online. I just worried about it getting cracked in shipping. I'd rather go to the store and see that it's still in good shape, especially for that price. Now, it's the kind of thing where yes, I can listen to it on Spotify and stuff like that, but I felt like if I actually had the physical copy here, it would just mean that much more to me, right? And there's some other vinyls I want to get to from the Tea Party and the Big Wreck. Big Wreck is supposed to be having a reissue of one of their albums, but for the Sun, and I want to take a look for that one too, because that was a really good album. Yeah, when was that supposed to? There was a reissue of it. There was supposed to be sometime this month. They're going to reissue this as vinyl, and I want to get back into the vinyl. That CD's $15. You know what? I picked that up the other day for like $7 bones. So, yeah, only $7. Hey, you know what? I should go. Maybe I can sell it. I can turn it around for. Buy this for like $7 and then sell it on Amazon for 15. That's double the money. But I have all these songs on there anyway. Bombs Away is easily the best one on this one, I think. Then Beano. I like High on the Hog. Speaking of which, now that I'm done, let's jam. Let's play some guitar. Yeah. But I want vinyl. I want the vinyls. For some reason, it's just, it feels like it's more, not tangible, but yeah. No, I wouldn't buy brand new merch online unless it's clothing. Love physical media, but I'd not clog up my space. Well, I wouldn't like, my CD collection is just too big. And I'd rather transfer it all to digital anyway for my CD, for my music. But I would, for things like this, this kind of stuff, I would like to have like at least a small catalog of vinyls that means something to me. That's what it would mean something to me. And Tay, that Midnight's album, that would mean something to me. Well, it's out there. I don't know. I kind of like that orange there too. Maybe I'll get that one. Because it's just, I'm not into the collecting of the different, like, I don't need it in the 4 copies of the same record just to say that I got it. I don't need that. I don't know. You guys collect vinyl? Let me know. I'm just brain leaking right now. And I think there's some others. Yeah. That's all. That's all I would say. I have over 300 CDs waiting to be transferred to an external hard drive. Just gotta find the time. Says Argos. Because when you think about it now, the CDs, like most of them are just kind of like those sleeves like you just saw for 7.1. They don't have like the booklets with the lyrics in it or anything anymore. It's like +5 outside, man. It's weird. Like just a few days ago, it was like -20. You also hear that people were attacking Harry Styles because he won Grammy of, was it record or album of the year? And people were like, that should have gone to Beyonce. But it's kind of like, but Beyonce just got like the most wins ever for Grammys or something. It's like, what? It's like, why are you attacking Harry Styles? Because apparently I heard that if you watch the show, you could hear people booing him while he was making his acceptance speech because they believe that Beyonce should have won it. It's kind of like, guys, when you do stuff like that, it undermines everything that you want to accomplish. I got to get it on and get out doing some other stuff today. There's some normal errands and stuff. I a lot of drink taken at the award shows. Yeah, a lot of drinks. Too much, I suppose. See, that's the thing too. If I ever got to that level, and I know that it was like the rock star mentality in the 80s and stuff to be like drink and drink and drink, drink kind of thing. And you don't want to end up like well, like Slash or James Hetfield, where they fought the bottle, right? Because they were consumed by it. What am I doing? I'm lecturing people about not drinking at award shows. It's not my place. It's just something that I wouldn't do, I suppose. And hey, you know what? Challenge yourself. Everything like here in Canada, there's like what are they doing? This they do dry months every now and then, right? So like they're doing a dry February challenge, dry month. So you can go a month without drinking. It's no big deal. It's not a big deal. And if you really miss it that much, you can have it back in a month. Just challenge yourself. Whatever. I don't need to be lecturing people about situations that don't pertain to the show or what's going on. That's it for me today, guys. That's all I got. This will probably be switched over to a members only video later on. So there you go. Yep. See you tomorrow for Scream 2. Yeah. Drink probably free, so it's easy to fall into it. Yeah. It's just growing pains. If you realize that you don't want to get into that stupid talking situation where you're just loose lips, right? If you embarrass yourself one too many times, then you know that's not what you want to do anymore. Yeah. All right, Scream 2 tomorrow morning, guys, and then we'll do some more movie news in the afternoon. Again, So there you go. See you next time on Mirror Domains.